You are listening to Win on KZKO. Check them out every Monday from 4 to 5 p.m. Mountain Time. Only on KZKO The Vibe.
Yeah! Listen up, partners. This is Good, Bad, Ugly on World Improv Network.
Good evening, everyone. I am Alex.
I'm Asa.
I'm Colin.
And we are your astute win counselors for the week to get you through any of the problems that you might be suffering or any daily grind issues that you're currently experiencing. So let's go right to it. First of all, we got Alex from Denver, Colorado. He writes, Dear Win, it seems like I can't go anywhere in Denver these days without being harassed by homeless people for change or some sort of scam or just generally being harassed overall. What do you suggest I do? Asa.
Well, I guess if this is like an inconvenience for you, then just go around. Choose a different route. If you already know that there are going to be some homeless folks asking you for change, then circumvent. Just circumvent the situation. Go around.
But what if they come and they stop you in noodles or something, and after they've been abducted by aliens? I mean, if you can't get away from them, what do you do then?
I don't know. That seems like a pretty fantastic set of circumstances. But, if that was the case, like if you found yourself in that situation, then I would say, just take the easy route. Take the path of least resistance and, give them $1 or some change and, mosey on out of there.
Colin, what do you think?
I'm gonna disagree. I think that what Alex should do is actually become a homeless person.
Oh.
Because when you are homeless, then you're the harasser. So it's like it's turning the tables.
Oh, yeah.
Like homeless people don't beg for change from other homeless people.
Right.
So I would say, quit your job. Become a street person. And see what that life is like. I think it's going to be enlightening for you.
Well, I would say that's a pretty good idea, Winner, and I think you maybe should take Colin's advice, or maybe I'd go even maybe a step further and say, why don't you get a chained gun, a gun that shoots nothing but change, like nickels and pennies and dimes, and have it fully automatic, and every time they come up to you, just spray them down and obliterate them with change, and then maybe they'll never ask for it again. I don't know. That's my thought. The next question is from Sarah, also from Denver. She writes, Dear Win, is it just me or circus performers really strange or weird people? Colin, what do you think? Are they weird people?
Circus performers?
Mm-hmm.
I think they're just like everybody else. They have a specific career, and part of the illusion of the circus is showing this sort of extreme or mystical energy. But overall, I think when you just meet circus performers, you're going to realize that they like things that everybody likes. And I think we're all a little weird inside sometimes, with our wants and desires. So I think they're just like you and me, except for they work in an industry that thrives on illusion of weirdness.
Well, Winner, Sarah, I would say that they are pretty borderline strange. They might even be somewhat, mentally handicapped. That's why they're circus performers, because they don't mind people looking at them as circus acts, and therefore they don't even have the disposition to understand that they're freaks. So, yeah, I would say they're a little bit strange. I don't know. What do you think, Asa?
I think we are the circus performers.
Ooh.
And the people that are in the circus, they're the ones that are living out the truth of reality, which is we are all on display all the time with our own little freakish, quirks and whatnot.
All right, well, that's kind of an interesting take. I think we got time for one more here. Let's go to Terrence in Los Angeles, California. He writes, Dear Win, is it possible to be allergic to other races or nationalities? I seem to always be sneezing and itching whenever I'm hanging out with my Hispanic friends and neighbors. What should I do? Ooh, Asa.
You seem to always be
itching or itching or sneezing when he's hanging out with his neighbors and friends that happen to be Hispanic. And so, yeah, what should he do?
Well, first I got to ask, are you itching and sneezing when you're not with your Hispanic friends also? Because if that's the case, then you should go to the doctor.
Yeah, I'm guessing on the question that he's only around Hispanic people.
All the time?
Well, I don't know all the time, but that's the only time he's sneezing and itching is when he's around Hispanic people.
Maybe it's a nervous quirk. Maybe that's his. I don't know. I don't know what to make of that.
I would say maybe Terrence, Winter, what you ought to do is maybe embrace it, your friends and your neighbors a little bit more, and maybe come over there in the traditional kind of things that they do around you when you're with them. For example, if they cook Hispanic food or they like to have Hispanic celebrations and so on, do that and embrace that. And maybe if you embrace it a little bit more, maybe then all of a sudden you will become almost pseudo-Hispanic yourself, in which case then you'll be able to get over your allergy. Because it sounds like that you have some strange allergy to Hispanics, and therefore you could get over that issue by doing that. What do you think, Colin?
You know, I think you should treat this topically with like some sort of like cream. You want to go with the thickest paste you can.
How thick?
Like maybe like a half an inch thick of paste, and just cover your whole body in it. And it's because it's probably, you know, honestly, it's probably not your neighbors. It's probably a pet or something like that. But you don't know what it is. That's the tricky thing about allergies.
Yeah,
you can never know where it's
right.
coming from. And so you just got to protect yourself from everything. Put yourself in a bubble of like, you can go to your local hardware store, get yourself some drywall,
some putty.
spackles, putty, and just smear that all over your body. That way no allergens can penetrate.
So almost like you could do like a walking around Michael Jackson oxygen chamber where you can put his feet in there and walk around it, you know, like a Gamoff bag or some sort. Maybe you could do something like that.
Yeah.
Either way, I don't think it's possible to be allergic to people.
Yeah, I think that's kind of a stretch, Terrence. But nonetheless, thanks for the question, and thank you for listening to, you know, your astute wind counselors for the week. And we have one more little piece of advice to get you through till next Monday, and that's called Horoscope Corner.
Love, fortune, status. Let us do your astrological chart. Horoscope Corner on World Improv Network.
All you Aries out there, it is said that you're romantic, deliberate, and sometimes aggressive, and maybe even desperate. But is it because you're a ram deep down inside? Or is it because you're just an insecure person? Well, Aries, look in the mirror and question yourself. Question what you see behind those eyeballs of yours, and whether or not you truly are a ram of nature, or just insecurity personified. And that is what you should think about, Aries.
Thanks for listening to Win on KZKO. Don't forget to interact with the cast by sending your suggestions for each segment throughout the week by hitting them up on Facebook at World Improv Network, Twitter at World Improv Net, or the Win KZKO blog. See you next week.
You are listening to Win on KZKO. Check them out every Monday from 4 to 5 p.m. Mountain Time. Only on KZKO The Vibe.